Hello, do you understand the saying, I chopped wood, then I stopped, and then I chopped wood? It's a Chinese saying. Any idea what it could possibly mean? If you went to a Buddhist retreat center, you would spend many hours and days being asked by your spiritual master to think what this saying could possibly mean. In Buddhism, we call these different and difficult sayings koans. They are a saying that is a teaching sentence or a teaching truth. And what the saying means is that I did the everyday things, then I stopped because I became enlightened. And then I went back to doing the everyday things like chopping wood, but I did them seeing the world in a completely different way. Learning something new, as simple as, for example, learning that Buddhism has something called koans, and that you are supposed to unravel these through hours of meditation, and then actually learning what the koan means, is interesting. It may not change your life, but it's kind of interesting. There are a lot of studies that show one of the key ways to be able to stick to your life purpose and to have the resilience to get through difficult times is if you set yourself the goal of learning something new every day. So you might have a particular hobby and every day you go online for 10 minutes and you learn something new about doing cross stitch, for example. All the studies show that when we learn something new, we feel as though we are kind of more in control of the world. The world feels less overpowering and overwhelming because we're actually learning new things. And if you were to set yourself a goal of learning something small, something new every day, it would help you to understand the world you live in better. It would also give you a sense that you as a person are growing, no matter how turbulent the times are that you live in. And so my message today is to encourage you. What is your life purpose? And what are your interests and your hobbies? And very often these different things come together and merge together. And what could you be learning more about? And try and set yourself the goal that every day, from Monday to Friday, you will try and learn one new thing a day. When I lived in the UK, I was quite overwhelmed by the vocabulary of English that people had. And so I started to walk around with a little book, and every time they used a new big word, I would write the word down, and then I'd go home and try and work out how actually to spell it, and then what on earth it meant. When I did this, after a while, it actually became quite fun because I started learning all these different words. And so I could say sentences like, the lady wore a chartreuse diaphanous dress. Most of you have no idea what I've just said, just lady and dress. So what it means is the lady wore a light-colored green dress that was made from very thin material. You can then, of course, use the new things that you've learned when you go to braai with your mates over the weekend, and you can impress everybody with all the different things that you know. That's just a fun aside. But learning new things makes you feel as though the world is less overwhelming because you are coming to understand it better, even if it's just one word at a day or one new idea at a time. So I hope that as we continue to understand what it means to live out our purpose, to be people of intention in a difficult time, that this idea of learning something new is helpful to you.